Hello, Christelle here from Christelle's Art Factory. Today I just wanted to do a short video to talk about collections in bullet journal planners in this concept. I've watched quite a lot of videos about bullet journal, just to give me some inspiration, some ideas on how to do my pages. And one thing that was mentioned was about collections. Now, collections in bullet journal are these pages that you create, well, usually at the beginning when you start your journal, and they're just themed, basically things that you want to do around throughout the year, or by the end of the year, around one theme. So it can be movies to watch, it can be books to read, it can be places to go, it can be anything you like, or foods to try, restaurants to try, anything you like, basically. Quite a lot of people, as I said, start them at the beginning of the year, and I've heard mentioned on quite a lot of videos that throughout the year they think of other collections to add, and what they do is just add them in their within their monthly or weekly spreads or sections, if you will, and then to refer back to them they write down the page number into the index so they know where to find them, basically. Now, for my bullet journal, I have chosen not to do an index because I just found it a little bit complicated, a little bit of extra work, to be honest with you. I don't like extra work, I'm a bit lazy for that, I don't have much free time, so basically I'm trying to do something that is gonna be efficient to me, time efficient, as well as being able to organize my goals really simply, and my task, appointments, everything really has to be really simple and really quick. So what I have decided to do is to add my collections at the end of my book. So basically, every time I find a collection that I want to start, I know for a fact that they won't be spread throughout my journal somewhere in the middle. They will always be at the back of my journal. So I have started one of my goals for this year is to do either trips or day trips or mini holidays somewhere at least once a month, even if it's just going to the big town next to us and spending the day there, and just going for a walk and going to a McDonald's for instance, or shopping and things like that, but at least something out of the house and out of our near environment that's going to be a little bit different. I mean, even just going to movies and see a film, even just that, for me, I consider it as a day trip. So what I have done is, we're in May, we have got 8 months left throughout the year. So what I have done basically is to choose my last 4 double page spreads, and with a marker, use the Tombow marker, just write down trips and days out throughout the double spread pages. So I've got 4 here, and I've started using my black pen to just do some kind of border or some kind of demarcation here. Now, the way I want to organize it is I want 1 page for each month, so at least I have enough room to put some photos, if we've been to the movie, stick the movie tickets or things like that, and a little bit of room then to write down, put some comments, what we did, what we bought, if it was a shopping trip, anything like that. But I still wanted to keep it really simple. So what I am going to do is just decorate my line here. So as you can see, nothing too elaborate here, but just to bring a little bit more interest, so it's not just a plain line. There you go. I shall color it in a little bit later on. And with some markers, some more markers, I'm going to use one different color for each month and just write the month. That's all I'm going to do. That's it. There you are. Nothing very complicated. I'm not thinking about colors or anything. I'm just picking basically the first color that I grab. So there's not too much thinking involved there. I'm just going to do my line here. As you can see, I'm not using a ruler, I'm just going for it. I'll leave a little bit of room just to draw a little some doodles, just to make it a little bit more interesting a bit later on. So that was July now. There you go. So same again, I'm gonna do my black line. I've changed my writing a little bit. It doesn't matter at all. So just for some consistency, I'm just gonna use the same kind of handwriting here. So that. Here we are. Nearly there. And a nice green one for December, very Christmassy. There you go. As you can see, it only took me a few minutes. Obviously it's going to take me a little bit longer to draw on these. I'm just going to make a start here. I'm just going to draw some hearts there. Some reversed ones in between. I think what I'll do is, because I already have some color on my page with the writing, I'm not gonna color them in, or if I do, I'm just in black, just to have a little bit of contrast. But apart from that, I don't think I'm gonna be doing anything drastic here. Just some very simple doodle flowers here. And I'm not too worried about my line going across the petals. It's totally fine by me. It's just to bring a little bit of interest, and it's, as I said, not just a plain black line. Just makes it a little bit prettier, a bit more fun. There you go. And the last one, I didn't leave an awful lot of room, so I think what I'm going to do is just do a double line. And I'm just going to separate these, create little boxes. I'm just gonna black out every other one there. Just so there's a little bit of contrast. And again, not being particularly precise. Could just use a bigger tip pen or even a black marker to color these in. That'd be a little bit easier, I think. But I like that scribbly effect. It's quite nice. It's not as blocky as using just a thick black marker and having the whole section colored in completely nice and neat. Just a little bit more interesting, and it's way easier. Don't have to worry about being regular or not. There you go. Now, what I might do as well in the future, I did mention that on my page I will be able to stick any tickets or receipts or things like that. What I might actually do is to use washi tape and put some envelopes and just use washi tape to tape them, so I'll have a little envelope in between, like a flap really, and maybe do it this way, or even just pockets. I might just use some paper, and if I fold it into a zip, like a V shape, I can have my pocket here and have everything together. I'll have a think about that, and if I do, I'll post some photos as well at the end of this video, so you can have a look what I've done. I hope you enjoyed it and that idea inspired you, and have a good day. You take care. Thank you.